So in our last video, we went ahead and we created the center lines for our mechanical arm here that we're now going to draw from. What I've done is I've made my object lines layer, and I've made that the active layer, so that's what we're going to draw in here. So I'm just going to pull that out to the side so we have a little more room to see and work with. And I'm going to do everything here with either polylines or with the arc tool. There are other ways that we could do this. We could do circles and we could trim. There's multiples of the arc tools that we could use. We could use, extending curves. There's a bunch of ways we could do it. This is what I think is the easiest. So I'm going to start right here at the center, and I'm going to use the arc tool, arc center start angle. And I need to make sure that I have INT selected for OSNAP. And I'm going to click right on the center of that here. And the start of the arc is going to be up here, 1.25 inches. So I'm going to go 1.25, enter, drag it up and click, and then bring it down 90 degrees. And since I have ortho on, it snaps to 180 degrees. It snaps to 90-degree increments, which makes my job a little bit easier. Next, I'm going to grab the polyline. I'm going to go up, and this one right here is 0.5 inches, so 0.5, enter. And I'm going to click and close that. Now I'm going to use the arc tool again with the center of it based off this center line. So we'll click right there, click on the end, bring it up 90 degrees. Okay, so we've got this part up to here now. Now I need an inch long polyline, so 1, enter, bring it out and click and hit enter. Now this next curve, or this next arc, is going to be based off of this center line. And I'm going to use the same one, arc center start angle. And click on the center, click right there, bring it down 90 degrees. Perfect. Now this one, I might have to do a little bit of math. It's going to start right here, so we go 2.5 inches. And then it's going to go over another 2 inches. So I'm going to draw a 4.5 inch long polyline. Right there, 4.5, enter, and you see that ends equal to that, and click. Now I'm going to do another arc that goes off the end here, so same idea, start on the center, start on that one, bring it down 180 degrees. Another polyline that is 4.5 inches. Now, something that I should mention, and maybe I'll show you this at the end, we could do this where we just do half of this and then mirror it again like we did on some of these center lines and like we did on the arrow project. Either way, doesn't really matter, but we're going to use the arc tool again. Start right here, go up to that, 90 degrees, draw a 1 inch polyline, so 1, enter, click. Arc tool, find that one, go here, go 90 degrees, and then we need to close up our curve. There we go. So we've drawn the outside of that using just polylines and arcs so far. Now I lied earlier, we do have to draw one circle. That's going to be right here. And if we look out here, it's going to have a diameter of 2.5. So we click there. Make sure it says diameter up here in the command line, 2.5. Oops, there we go, 2.5. Oh, sorry, I read the wrong one. Come back. Okay, sorry about that. This one has a slightly different setup over here than the paper copy I was looking at. But the radius of this circle right here is 0.75 inches. That's what was throwing me off. So I'm going to use the circle tool. Start right here. Radius of 0.75 means the diameter is going to be 1.5. So 1.5, enter. Now I'm going to do the arcs for the ends of this one. So arc tool right here. And if we look over here, it says radius of 0.5. I'm going to go 0.5 up, click, bring it down 180 degrees, do the same thing over here, 0.5, enter, click, bring it 180 degrees, and then I'm simply going to close those two curves. So here's what I should have drawn, and here's what I did end up drawing. Now it does have you, I believe, yes, it has you extrude it. So we're probably going to want to highlight everything and join it so that that and this and that will extrude properly. Now the other thing I want to show you real quick, delete this, we'll leave that circle. I talked about how we could do it where we mirror the objects. So let me show you that real quick. If you're not interested in that, it's okay to sign off now. Let's move this back a little bit. There we go. So 2.5 for the diameter means 1.25 for the radius. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to go up 1.25, enter, click. Whoops, and I grabbed the polyline instead of the arc. My apologies. Click, 1.25, enter. No! Sorry, we're snapping all over the place. Turn that off and turn center off right now. Let's try this one more time. 1.25, enter, and click. And I'm just going to make that 90 degrees and then draw in the rest here. Oh, I do need end on. 0.5, enter. Now draw my arc. There we go, and this is going to be 1 inch. And the arc again. There we go, and then this line was 4.5. And the arc again. Only this time, I'm going to stop right there. So right there, I've done half of this. Now I could take and join that together if I want, just so I can click on it. Now, if I just wanted to draw half of that and not draw it around the way that I did the first time, I could type mirror or go up to transform menu and then down to mirror. Start of mirror plane is going to be right here. End of mirror plane is going to be right there. So I just saved myself a little bit of time. And I could do the same thing around here if I wanted. Let's go out 0.5. There we go. Draw myself a 2.5 inch long polyline. And then arc again. Center, snap, bring it 90 degrees. We'll hold shift and highlight those. Join. And then mirror. Click here, click there, and I just mirrored it. So there's a couple of different ways that we can achieve the same task. Either way works, as long as you end up with a final project that is proper dimensions.